Welcome, folks, to the mysterious and often confusing world of auto insurance. Ever feel like you're driving blind when dealing with these companies? Buckle up as we unveil 10 things insurance companies would rather keep under the hood. With insights from the expert, we're about to navigate the winding roads of insurance secrets. From the no-fault money pots to the worth of an accident, we're setting the stage for an enlightening journey. Let's put the pedal to the metal and dive right into it. Our first revelation might surprise you: the importance of hiring a lawyer early on. You see, the world of auto insurance is not always as transparent as we'd like it to be. Insurance companies may hold back on providing all the necessary information, but why, you may ask? Well, it's quite simple. They're playing their cards close to their chest, aiming to limit your compensation. That's where your lawyer comes in. By getting legal counsel on board in the early stages, you ensure that someone is fighting in your corner, someone who knows the ins and outs of the insurance jungle. Your lawyer can seek out all the nitty-gritty details, uncovering the hidden facts that could make a difference to your case. So remember, folks, when it comes to accidents, calling your lawyer should be as automatic as putting on your seatbelt. Next up, did you know that in no-fault states, you might be entitled to more than you think? This is where the no-fault money pot comes into play. In these states, auto insurance is designed to cover your losses, regardless of who's at fault for the accident. This means you could be compensated for a variety of expenses, not just your car repairs. For instance, medical expenses are often covered under no-fault policies. That includes hospital stays, surgeries, medications, and even rehabilitation costs. But that's not all. Your policy could also cover care expenses. If you need help around the house or with personal care while you're recovering, your policy might cover these costs too. And let's not forget about lost income. If your injuries keep you off work, your policy could compensate you for the wages you're missing out on. That's right. You could be sitting at home, recuperating, and still have a paycheck coming in. So remember, in a no-fault state, your insurance is not just about fixing your car, it's about helping you get back on your feet. So in a no-fault state, it's not always your loss. Now, let's talk about those pesky claims adjusters. These are the individuals who swoop in after an accident, armed with clipboards and questions. Their role? To assess the damage and determine how much the insurance company should pay out. But here's the kicker: not always your friends. Claims adjusters work for the insurance companies, and their job is to save those companies money. That often means trying to limit the compensation you receive. They might ask leading questions, hoping you'll say something they can use to reduce your payout. They might offer a quick settlement, hoping you'll take it before realizing it doesn't cover all your costs. Here's a tip: treat the claims adjuster like a speed limit sign in a school zone. You wouldn't go racing past at 80 miles an hour, would you? Of course not. So when you're dealing with adjusters, be cautious. Keep your words as limited as your speed in a school zone. And remember, you don't have to navigate this alone. A good lawyer can be your guide, steering you safely through the process. Remember, when dealing with adjusters, keep your words as limited as your speed in a school zone. Ever heard of a bad faith lawsuit? Well, buckle up because it's about to get interesting. You see, sometimes insurance companies, well, they can be a bit naughty. They might deny you your rightful benefits or drag their feet on paying out your claim. Now, this isn't just irritating, it's actually illegal. When an insurance company acts in bad faith, they're not just breaking the rules, they're breaking the law. And when they break the law, they can be sued. That's where a bad faith lawsuit comes in. It's a legal action taken against an insurance company for not fulfilling their obligations. So if you find yourself in a situation where your claim gets denied, or you're getting the runaround, remember, you have rights. You can fight back. So if an insurance company isn't playing fair, they might just find themselves in the wrong lane. Our next point is a biggie, folks. Always consult a lawyer before signing any documents related to the accident. Yes, you heard that right. The paperwork might seem like a bunch of harmless jargon, but it's crucial to understand what you're signing. Each clause, each line, each word could potentially affect your claim. You see, it's not just about the big picture, it's also about the small print. Remember, insurance companies are businesses first. Their priority? To protect their bottom line. And that might mean limiting your compensation or tying you up in legal knots that could affect your claim. That's where a lawyer comes in. They can help you navigate the maze of legal jargon, Understand the implications of what you're signing and ensure that your rights are protected. So, whether it's an agreement, a release, or a settlement, don't just sign on the dotted line. Let your lawyer review it first. They'll ensure that what you're signing is in your best interest. So before putting pen to paper, make sure you've got your lawyer in the passenger seat. Let's clear up a common misconception here. Being partially at fault doesn't mean you're completely out of luck. You see, there's this legal concept called comparative fault. It's the idea that responsibility for an accident isn't always a 100% or 0% proposition. Picture an accident where two parties are involved. Maybe one party was speeding, but the other party failed to signal a turn. In this case, both parties share some blame. Now, this doesn't mean if you're partially at fault, you're left high and dry. No. Comparative fault allows for damages to be divided according to each party's degree of responsibility. So let's say you're found to be 30% responsible for an accident. You could still potentially recover 70% of your damages. It's not an all or nothing game. This is why it's crucial to have the right legal counsel on your side. They can help you navigate these complexities and ensure you're not shouldering more than your fair share of the burden. Remember, even if you share the blame, it doesn't mean you should bear all the costs. Next up on our list, even if the insurance company requires an adverse exam, you can still seek care from doctors recommended by your lawyer. Now, let's delve into this a bit deeper. It's essential to remember that your health is always the top priority. Sure, insurance companies may require certain examinations, but this doesn't mean that you're bound to their opinions. Your lawyer's guidance is invaluable in these situations. They can recommend doctors who are experts in car accident injuries. These professionals can provide the care you need and document your injuries accurately, which is crucial for your claim. It's about getting the right care, not just any care. So don't let the insurance company dictate your path to recovery. Remember, they're not doctors. They're in the business of managing risk and costs. You, on the other hand, are in the business of getting better. So when it comes to your health, always follow the doctor's orders, not the insurance company's. Now we're getting to the nitty-gritty, figuring out the worth of an accident. It's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube while blindfolded. It's complicated and confusing. You see, insurance companies are experts at this game. They know how to calculate the cost of your accident down to the last penny. But here's the catch. Their first offer might not reflect the true worth of your claim. It might be like trying to buy a diamond with the price of a pebble. Why, you ask? Well, there are many factors at play. Medical expenses, care costs, loss of income, and even the emotional distress caused by the accident. All of these elements contribute to the worth of your claim. And let's not forget, insurance companies are businesses. Their main aim? To keep their costs low and profits high. So before you accept their initial offer, pause for a moment. Seek advice from a professional, someone who knows the ins and outs of these calculations. Because chances are, your claim could be worth a lot more than what's initially offered. Remember, don't sell yourself short. Your claim might be worth more than you think. Last but not least, when it comes to accidents, time is of the essence. Imagine you're on a racetrack. The moment the green light flashes, you wouldn't just sit there revving your engine, would you? Likewise, in the aftermath of an accident, you need to be prompt and proactive. Why, you ask? Well, it's simple. The longer you wait to seek legal advice or file your claim, the more you risk losing out on potential compensation. Evidence can disappear, memories can fade, and deadlines can pass you by. Moreover, insurance companies are like well-oiled machines. They start their process the moment an accident is reported. If you're not keeping pace, you could find yourself at a disadvantage. Think of it this way. If you were in a race, would you give your competitors a head start? I didn't think so. It's the same principle here. Don't let the insurance companies get ahead of you. So when the clock's ticking, don't hit the brakes, step on the gas. Well, folks, that's the end of our enlightening journey through the world of auto insurance. We've navigated the early bird advantage, discovered the no-fault money pot, adjusted the adjusters, and unpacked the bad faith lawsuit. We've also cautioned against hastily signing on the dotted line, debunked the partial fault fallacy, emphasized the doctor's order, highlighted the worth of an accident, and underscored the importance of prompt action. Thank you for coming along for the ride. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more. Remember, knowledge is power,